Today we want to begin to have all students sign up for the OSHA 10 General Training course. This is a federally approved training course program that we're able to offer to students this semester. OSHA is the Occupational Safety Health Administration, and they cover general safety work rules for all workers, even through teenagers who have a part-time job all the way up through full-time adults, including your parents and grandparents if they're still choosing to work. This course is required to complete. It is going in the grade book, so it will impact your grade if you choose not to complete the work in a timely fashion. One of the big things about OSHA 10 training, again, is it allows you to get more direct training on a federally approved safety training program. It is also a very good resume builder, and it is also a very good certification piece that you can list on a job application. Many employers are very impartial to the OSHA piece, and if they see a potential employee have this on his or her job application, it can help you get that job over other people because you have OSHA 10 training. There are other OSHA classes available. Most of those will cost you anywhere from a couple $100 to $500, $600, $700. For students, this is free. So once you click on your OSHA 10 general training folder, you're going to have a multitude of different units and other things in here that we're going to have you complete over the course of the semester. So the first piece here, the OSHA 10 general PDF file here on your screen, that is the information supplied by CareerSafe. CareerSafe is a vendor recognized by OSHA. Feel free to look at this pamphlet as it talks about what it's doing for you, what other students have said about the coursework, and it also then gives you a general idea of what's expected for you per week. The one big piece here I want to show you right off the bat now is your OSHA 10 General Student Sign-Up Instructions. So if you click on this link here, it brings you to this tab. This is a live link, so if you were to click on this link, it will take you out of Schoology and to the careersafeonline.com website. Very, very easy to do, very, very user-friendly. So it's just going to have you create a new account link, enter your school email address as well as your first and last name, and then just answer the questions. There in number 5 will be a couple little check boxes you have to check off on. And then at the bottom, it will say enroll with a voucher or teacher code. Here's the teacher code down here at the bottom of your screen. Once you click submit, it will redirect you to another page. The redirecting is really slow, so click in a live link that says click here, if not redirected after 15, 20 seconds. And then it will need to be approved by me. So once you fill this out and it goes to the approval process, I have to open up on my administrative end and approve you, and then you can begin your work. So if we do click on this live link, again, it takes us to a new website. This is where you're going to create a CareerSafe account now. Now mine automatically comes up with my information, but we can still create one here. So this is where you're going to add in your school email, confirm it, your first and last name, and then click continue. And then it's going to ask you for the security information, the couple check boxes there at the bottom, and then enter the teacher code. I will then approve it, and you can start your training next week, Monday. So what this training is going to do is go through 10 different weeks of work. They call this OSHA 10 because it is a regulated 10-hour minimum course. Now, you can go through these different week sessions as fast as you want, yet if you don't meet the minimum 1 hour per unit, they will not let you take the end of unit quiz. It's usually a 6-question quiz. So for example, in week 1, Introduction to OSHA training, you need to have at least 60 minutes before you take the end of unit quiz. Same thing for week 2, week 3, and so on. When we get down to week 8 and week 9 and week 10, as you see here on your screen, I'm giving you 2 units to work on because they are only 30 minutes in length. So we really want to give you 10 weeks, 1 hour total per week minimum. Again, it's the program's minimum requirement, not mine. I don't get to set that time for you to work on this. At the end, we give you 1 week to take the OSHA 10 final assessment test. Before you take this test, you need to have passed all the other units that you see here. There is a final semester study guide here, final assessment study guide. That's a 60-page document. Don't print it unless you absolutely want to have it. Yet then if we click on your week 11 assessment test, please note that this is an open note exam. Once you have viewed and completed all the assessments and passed them, you get 3 chances to pass their test with 70% or higher. I hope that you do pass this test in a timely fashion because I don't feel that most kids then will go on and redo this course after our semester ends. Okay? Now, when we start this process here, it's going to have you go through a multitude of different things to work on. I'm going to jump back to the page, sign myself in, and you can see here I have started my 10-hour general industry. I'm going to continue it, and now it shows my 3 units that I have completed so far and my score. So if I just click here on my last unit that I completed, the emergency action plan and fire protection, it shows you down here in the bottom right-hand corner that you need a minimum of 60 minutes. I went just over because if I add up my time between all of my different lessons, they are estimated times and they are typically shorter than what's produced. You must have 60 full minutes completed before you begin this assessment piece that you see here. If you don't have the required time, it's not going to open. There's nothing I can do about it. So then what I highly recommend is you go back and click on this resources tab down here. What the resources tab here is goes through any of the modules and highlights the important pieces. So here's some important pieces for emergency action plan, fire prevention, evacuation, shelter in place, and so on and so forth. Once you complete some of those, if you want to have a refresher in certain areas, then go back to the topic home. Make sure your time now is a minimum of 60 minutes. So you need 1 hour. Once you reach that, then you can take this assessment. The assessment is based upon what you completed in each module. Okay? Then they're going to give you that quiz. Take it as many times as you need to in order to pass it. When you have passed it with a minimum score, here's your example of a completed training session. And this one actually is mine. It's going to give you your score. Now, out of a 6-question quiz, which I believe most of these are, you need to have 5 correct or more, or you have to redo it. So again, if you don't get 100%, continue to redo it. If you're okay with the passing score, fine by me, as long as it's passing. So then off of Schoology, you will take a screenshot of this page. It gives you your assessment feedback. This tells me that you have successfully passed this unit, this module. The other piece that I must see is I need to see your email tab, your school email tab with your name. So as you can see, here's my email tab, identifying that this is my screen where I took the screenshot from, along with this open tab that shows I've completed this module. This is what you send to me at the end of each week for grading. If I don't see your email tab open with your name, I am not going to give you credit for completing this. I don't know if it's your screenshot or if you borrowed it from somebody else in class. Score-wise, the score over here is what I enter into gradebook. So if you score 100% on the quiz, in the gradebook, you'll see 10 out of 10. If you score 83% for your minimum passing score, I will give you 8.3 out of 10. When you get to the final assessment, again, you can take that as many times as you need to pass it. That score too will go into the gradebook on campus. So again, this is going to be required work for you. So when we start to go through the OSHA 10, please take your time. Don't jump through these as fast as you can because you will not be able to go on to the next module. So again, as a recap, you have 10 weeks to complete a minimum of 60 minutes. And at week 11, you'll be taking the final assessment test. This final assessment test is the week before the semester ends. It is not during finals week. So we're going to try to take some off your plate there towards the end of the semester. So again, if you have any questions, email me. Once you complete the sign up, I will approve it. And then your work can begin next week, Monday. Thanks for your time today. We'll see you later.